Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. What I want to talk about today is the real reason why Turkey Leg Hut officially closed. Internalized racism. You see, black people have a lot of problems, and they just don't want to deal with them. They don't want to deal with the real issues that we face. We ignore the problems. We kill one another. We fight one another. And it's just so draining because we're never getting nowhere, like no results. It's like the easiest thing for black people to do is fight one another. No solutions, no nothing. It's just a sad situation. So we got to talk about it. So as you know, this popular spot, I believe it was established around, I think 2015, I believe. And it had a good run, but it came to a crashing end. And there's a reason for it. You understand? There's a reason for it. It all goes back to the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and why we as a people can't have nothing, because it just can't last. We don't have structure, we don't have order, we don't have code, and we kill one another. We could never rise together against the oppressor. Instead, we oppress each other. You understand? And it's a sad situation because for a lot of you, you couldn't wait for Turkey Leg Hut to close. Believe it or not. Because remember, in the black community, we don't like to see anyone that is black have a business, do well, do successful. We want to shut it down. We take great pride in seeing black people fail. We love it. We love seeing the Asian stores prosper. We go there, we shop, we spend all our money. Some of you go to the Arab store, the Asian store, the white man store, and you just gather a bunch of items. You just can't wait to spend your money. Some of you hypocrites go into these establishments that are not black owned, and you can't wait to spend your money, man. You be like, man, I just want to support this store. I just love the other nation so much. I can't wait to go in my wallet and give them all my money. But when it comes to black people, you will deny doing business with them. You'll tell other people, don't support them. Don't let them fall. Internalized racism. I'm going to show you a couple of clips, play a couple of tapes, because, you know, I'm hated, and I don't got a problem with that, because what it tells me is that I'm doing the right thing. See, if everybody loves you, if everybody agrees with you, you must be doing something wrong. Even the Bible says that. If everybody loves and appreciates you and you're not getting hated, something wrong. You gotta go back and check and find out where you are in life, because something ain't right. You understand? The Messiah said a prophet won't be accepted in his homeland. They're going to persecute you. We as a people don't understand that we are our enemy. That's why these folks shut down. We're our enemy. I don't care what, no, listen, I don't got no time to be talking about the white man when all my enemies are black. Every black business owner, your enemy is your people because they're the ones that don't support you. It's not the white man. Our biggest problem is ourselves. We don't got no time to be focusing on no damn white man. When we got all these problems in the black community that nobody is solving, all we doing is talking. We don't want to come together. We hate one another, man. Damn. What the fuck we alive for if we all fucking day fighting? No solutions, but you got energy to kill one another. Damn it. It's the same thing year after year. No results, no growth, but black businesses are being closed down every damn day. How is it that Turkey Leg Hut gets shut down? How? Internalized racism. Internalized racism. Let me give you a little insight of internalized racism. Y'all want to see something real quick? Okay, I'm going to show you something real fast. Let me turn down the volume a little bit on this music. Turn that off. Let me show you something real quick, right? Now, we're gonna look at some news clips and we're going to look at some video clips, right? This particular clip surfaced of, I believe, co-owner, manager, whatever the case is, this particular brother here. He pretty much, I guess, got pissed off with what's going on in the workplace and told everybody, I don't want to see nobody on their phones or you're going to be fired. Right? And the interesting thing about this is he set an order because of a lot of issues that the company is dealing with, right? But when you hire ninjas, when you hire usins, right? It's like we don't know how to do our job. Anytime you have management, right? What happens is when it's colored people and you hire people from the community because you want to get them jobs, you want to give back. We don't know how to be on code. We don't know how to do our job. We play all day, and this is why business fall. So let's look at the tape. Let's see how he talk, and let's see how black folk respond.
Good morning. Turn your phone in as soon as you hit that door. I'm not going to tell y'all. As soon as you hit that door, turn your phone in. Why? Because you're on my clock here. I'm telling y'all from this point on, it ain't by catching y'all at home. If I catch you after 9 with your phone, you're fired. And take it for what it is. And I'm going to take what come with it. And I'm telling you what it is. So I'm telling you, from the moment on, if you get that tap from one of the managers, I'm not going to play with you fired. 9 o'clock in the morning, turn your phone in as soon as you hit that door.
Turn your phone in as soon as you get in that door.
I'm not going to tell y'all.
I'm not going to tell y'all.
As soon as you hit that door, turn your phone in.
As soon as you get in that door, turn your phone in.
Why? Because you're on my clock here.
You on the clock.
I'm telling y'all from this point on, it ain't by catching y'all at home.
And know there's somebody in the background on a phone. I'm telling you, you can't with ninjas, man. You can't. It's like there's no surviving, man. It's like here he is talking, and you got somebody on the phone.
If I catch you after 9 with your phone, you're fired. And take it for what it is.
Take it for what it is. If I catch you on your phone, you're fired. Right? Now, a lot of black folk had a problem with him because of what he was doing. They were like, oh, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. See, this is the problem with ninjas. It's not how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. No, if he tell you, don't be on your damn phone, get off your phone and do your job. But when you're dealing with ninjas, it's like you gotta yell and scream at these people, man. They don't fucking listen. This is the problem. Listen, our people, you wondering why in slavery the white man had to whip us into shape. You wondering why in order to get the attention of the slaves to make them understand, they had to damn near put another brother or sister to death in order to make us understand what we got to do. Because we don't listen. We just don't. We will play, steal company time, be playing on our phone, and there's a business that needs to be run. There are customers in this store that needs to be served. But no, it's always a problem. You know? It's always a problem when a man regulate a situation and raise his voice, everybody get emotional. I don't know who he talking to. I don't deserve this. And we start getting a damn attitude rather than doing our job. Why would he be saying all of this? If everybody was doing their work, if everybody in the place was doing what they had to do, why would he have to speak on it? You know? Why? You go to work, get off your damn phone and do your job. You busy on social media playing when you supposed to be working. That company dealt with a lot of financial issues, a plethora of issues. Damn near even broke up. The relationship, everything fell apart. The damn curses of Deuteronomy destroyed Turkey Leg Hut. You know what I mean? All because ninjas don't know how to work together. When I tell you our people are evil, bruh, evil. And then when the business gets shut down, everybody talk about that's sad, man. That's just messed up, man. No, it failed because of internalized racism. That's why it failed, because we all are a bunch of damn hypocrites, a bunch of crabs in a barrel that hate one another. You'll go there to work, but you're not doing your job, but you want a paycheck. You're on a damn phone all day when you're supposed to be working. Management is stressed out. They got bill collectors. They got creditors. They got to have inspections. They got to have this. And because everybody ain't doing a damn job, the whole damn company fall apart. You ain't cleaning the kitchen. You ain't making sure the place is tidy. Everybody got a job. But when ninjas are hired, they don't do their job. That is why Turkey Leg Hut closed down. Because all the employees were not doing their job. So what that did, it put stress on everybody else, and now the bills are piling up. The creditors want their money, right? And now everything crumble and we all suffer. And that's how black people are right now. That's why we cannot grow. Internalized racism.
I'm gonna take what come with it. And I'm telling you what it is. So I'm telling you, from the moment on, if you get that tap from one of the managers, I'm not gonna play with your fire.
If you get that tap from a manager tomorrow, I'm not gonna play with you. You fired. Now, here's the thing, guys. Hear this very clear. When you work for the white man do not make any speeches like this. You're just gonna get fired. See, the black man, you know, we're different. We get frustrated and we just start flipping out. I understand his anger. I understand. Some of you may not like his tone, but he's talking to ninjas. And when you're talking to a ninja, you cannot be calm, cool, collected, because a ninja don't understand English. You gotta yell at a ninja. You gotta cuss a ninja. In order for a ninja to understand you're not playing, you gotta raise your voice. The white man don't raise his voice. You'll just come to work and your desk be empty. You come to work, you're wondering, what happened to my office? Oh, you don't work here no more. Please escort Stacy out the building. The white man don't talk. He just pack you up. You go and you put the key in the door and the key don't work. He had the locks changed. That's how the white man is. The white man do not play when it comes to business. The Asian man don't play when it comes to business. No other ethnic group will play with a ninja when it comes to business. If you work for the other nations, and you get out of line and you're not doing your job, you are fired. And they're not going to tell you. You know, like how when you leave a job, you got to give them 2 weeks notice or whatever the case is. Well, that don't work the other way around. When you get out of pocket, they're not going to tell you. They're just going to can you. This man is literally frustrated because they are already facing a plethora of issues, guys. A plethora of issues. Houston, the Houston restaurant, turkey leg closed permanently in September 2024 due to health code violations and bankruptcy. Now think about that. You got health code violations, bankruptcy, lease termination, and other factors. The restaurant financial struggles were critical. The restaurant's financial struggles were critical to its permanent closure. The restaurant's owner, Nakia Holmes, and her then husband, which means they're separated, then husband, Lindell Price, split. So not only did the company fall apart, marriage fall apart, or relationship, whatever the case is, it all falls apart. So you lost your marriage, you lost your wife, husband, lease termination, right? It says a judge converted the Chapter 11 bankruptcy to Chapter 7 in November 2024. The restaurant's landlord, CNPH Properties, LLC, terminated the lease shortly after. The restaurant's iconic signage was taken down. These are the curses of Deuteronomy 28. These are the curses, which mean as a people, we're unable to be successful. It looked like we are for a moment, but eventually it falls because, again, we don't know how to unite and do our jobs. Bankruptcy. The restaurant filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in March 2024. The restaurant was in more than $5 million in debt. Imagine $5 million in debt, $5 million in debt, $5 million in debt. Imagine that. The restaurant owed money to the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts, the Small Business Administration, the Internal Revenue Service, American Express, and the city of Houston, which mean while the company was afloat from 2015, right, till when it shut down, it was being run off of debt, meaning you're getting loans, you're getting this, you're getting that, and it looked like it's being successful, but the whole time it was never successful because it wasn't getting the support, especially from the community. The community was not really supporting it as much as you think. Because, usins, we don't support black businesses. We just don't. We're evil. You know what I mean? We'll go eat at the white man's store, the Mexican restaurant, the Asian restaurant, and we'll spend a whole host of money. But when it comes to that company, that business, they were not getting supported by the community. And even while not getting supported, they were allowing black people to work. So they're paying paychecks, but they wasn't getting a return of the workforce doing their job. So it says the restaurant also had unreported payments to insiders and failed to file tax returns. So they didn't keep up with their taxes. They didn't keep up with this. They didn't keep up with that because, again, they didn't have the resources. They didn't have the money. So they was using the money to try to keep the business afloat. Just like a lot of times black folk be struggling financially. You think they're successful on the outer surface, but in the inner court, they're struggling financially to keep their life afloat. You understand? Keep the house going, keep the cars going. It looks good on the outside, but in the inside, we struggling. That is how we live as the black community, right? Health code violations. The Houston Health Department found 35 violations, including improper food storage. Now, who the fuck job is that? The workers. You see that? Improper food storage, unsafe equipment, right? Infrequent cleaning, right? Some violations pose an imminent threat to public health. Now, why? Because ninjas are working there. That's why. When you hire ninjas, this is what you get. No labor, laziness, people not doing their job. You understand? That's how it goes. And it's a sad case. And you know what's so sad about this? Anytime you speak on the real issues, what you end up getting is a situation where people get upset because why? Because you are speaking the truth regarding what goes on with our people. Come on now. Think about what's going on here. You have folks working at a company, but they are not cleaning the place, not reporting unsafe situations. And all they got to do is just report to management, hey, this is what's needed. This is what's needed. Like, we don't do that. We'll see a hazard. We don't report it. So now when the inspectors come and they do their inspections, they realize, wait a minute, they're not going to pass the inspection. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Because we don't do our jobs. So all of this is happening because of internalized racism. You would work for a company but don't do your job because you hate the place you work at, but you want the paycheck. You want the check, but you don't want to work. And because of all these issues, the company suffered financially. So when you see bruh man flipping out in this video here, it's because of all those issues. Trust me. Listen.
Good morning. Turn your phone in as soon as you hit that door. I'm not gonna tell y'all. As soon as you hit that door, turn your phone in. Why? Because you're on my clock here. I'm telling y'all from this point on, it ain't by catching y'all on your phone. If I catch you after 9 with your phone, you're fired.
See, when it comes to the white man, if the white man were to tell us the same thing he's telling us, we won't say that the white man is inappropriate, that the way he's talking is inappropriate, because we know whoever's cutting the paychecks, they get to talk whatever they want to say. Whoever's cutting the check, you better listen. If you don't want to listen, leave the job. If your feelings are hurt because management or whatever is regulating the situation, telling you get off your damn phone, and they cutting them checks, you need to go. You know what I mean? Because you're out of pocket. If I'm cutting your check and you ain't listening to me, you got to go. I'm not going to sit here and tolerate your disrespect. I'm paying your ass. I'm helping you to be able to pay your fucking car off. I'm helping you to keep that damn roof over your head. Right? You work for me. So if I'm paying you to do your damn job and you don't want to get off your damn phone so you can concentrate on the job, then I got to fire you. If you think I'm a bad person because I'm doing what I got to do to keep this business running, you don't deserve to work here. And this is the problem with our people. We don't like to listen. We don't like to do our job. Most of you that are on a 9-to-5 right now, are you doing your job to the best of your abilities? Are you doing your job as if though that's your business, or are you doing your job because you're just trying to get a check and you really don't give a fuck? You don't even care. You're just like, man, forget this place. I'm just going to do what I got to do and leave. And you wondering why these businesses be having these issues. It's because you have workers that they're paying that are not doing their job. When I was on a 9-to-5, my training required me to report any sort of issues, unsafe issues, cables that are worn out, hazardous situations, if there's gas leaks, if there's oil leaking. I mean, I had to literally inspect equipment in the workplace all the time. Every time I would walk in a room, you had to have visual eye inspections every single time you walk in a room, because when you sign the logbook, right, you're verifying that you was in the room from the hour of such and such and such to such and such and such. So if something were to happen, if there was an explosion, the building blew up, a resident upstairs died, they're going to check the logbook, and if they find that your name was in there, and you didn't log in the logbook that there was any sort of issues, and you didn't notify supervision about this, you're going to be in trouble, not only fired, but also arrested. That's right. And we all had this in training where you were known that if you didn't report this stuff and somebody lost life, you're going to prison. So it's a very serious thing. It's not a game. So when you're at your job, you're not just getting a paycheck. These people are not just giving you free checks because you showed up. Do your fucking job, fam. Like, seriously, stop having an attitude. These people are paying you, and you're able to live your life, have food on your table. The least you could do is do your damn job. So when you see him communicating, he's frustrated, it's because of all of the issues they're facing here. You understand? I could pretty much sure that while he was up there flipping, him and his old lady was having problems in the house. Arguments, thoughts of divorce, all sorts of issues. They were fighting over all the bills, lease, agreements, bankruptcy, creditors. They were fighting over everything, man. Stressed out. And then when it come to work, you not doing your job? Come on, man. You got to understand what people go through. And this is the thing. Y'all be thinking that other people ain't stressed. When you go to your 9 to 5 and all you got to do is your job and then go home, that's easy. The one who is literally stressed out all day is the people behind the scenes that got to worry about all of these different factors listed up here. When you got to deal with the lease agreements, when you got to deal with the bankers, when you got to deal with the health code, and you got to deal with all these big boys, it's a tough thing to deal with because these people that are coming after you, they not playing. They are not playing. When they see violations in the business, they will shut your business down. So if management is like, look, we need that kitchen clean, we need the garbage disposal out, we need to make sure y'all clean up the back, we don't want no rats, we don't want no drama, you got to do your job, man. That's why this company fell apart. This company fell apart because the people that were hired to work wasn't working. You understand? And normally what happens in a company is once the ship sinks, the people who get blamed is management. The people that get blamed is management. They don't blame the workers. They blame management because they look at it as management is not doing what they got to do to make sure the staff is doing their job. You see? But when it comes to us in the black community, right, when a black man or woman regulate the situation, begin to call out our BS, we get in our feelings and be like, who's she talking to? Who he talking to? I don't know, but we don't do that to the white man. When the white man tell us in the workplace that we need to be on time or else, we do what we got to do. Y'all know good and well you do not get a white man no back talk on the job. You just don't. But when you are working for anyone that is black, you feel you could just do what you want to do. You can come in late every day, right? Because you think somebody's just giving you a free paycheck. And it's a sad situation, man. It's a sad situation. We our worst enemy, man. We are our worst enemy. Worse, man. Damn. When are we going to get it together? We don't want to be disciplined. We don't want to get no correction. Imagine, I'm cutting your check. I'm telling you how to do your job because I am not happy with your work performance. And I'm trying to regulate the situation so that this company can stay alive. Because again, if I'm not able to make sure that my workers are doing their job, then I'm going to lose the business. And that's exactly what happened to these people. They lost everything. They lost everything because their own people helped to fuck up the business. Right? Now, everybody going to blame them and say, oh, they wasn't doing this, financial records, blah, blah, blah. They weren't. No. If we're supposed to be a community, why aren't we working together? Why aren't we working together? Somebody got to be management and somebody got to work. Somebody got to be in the kitchen. Somebody got to sweep the floor. Somebody got to handle the trash. If everybody's doing their job, we're going to all eat for years and years to come. But no, we go to our job. We play. We're lazy. We're on social media. And all the brother trying to do is regulate the situation so everybody can know, hey, I don't want to see nobody on their phone. Why? Because customers need to be served. They were losing money. Nobody was coming to eat. You know, it was a popular spot. People were going there at first, but then things started to crash out. And it's sad. You know what I mean? Now, if this is why is this happening to black people? Because we don't know how to do business. We don't know how to build. Because of what? Internalized racism. The curses of Deuteronomy.
In the morning, turn your phone in as soon as you hit that door. I'm not going to tell y'all. As soon as you hit that door, turn your phone in. Why? Because you're on my clock here.
Notice somebody in the chat. They says, we didn't do it. He did. Now, are you slow? I want to know, are you slow? Are you paying attention? Did I say you did something? We're talking about black people. The topic is about black people, internalized racism, right? We didn't say you, right? Think about that. You're talking about, look at how he talking to them. See, you see what, are y'all seeing what I mean, guys? Do y'all see how, do you tell the white man? Do you tell the white man that? Are you gonna talk back to the white man? You know you're not. You're saying that because he's black. He's in fucking control. He's the one managing the fucking show. However he talk, listen, you worrying about how somebody talking rather than doing your job? This don't even make no sense. This makes no sense. And these comments prove my point on how you can have a business, hire black people, and they will fuck your business up, bro. Because they don't listen. They think because you hired them for a job, they could just sit on their ASS all day and just do what they want. And when you try to regulate them and set order, oh, look at how he's talking to them. I don't see anything wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with what this man is saying. Because if it don't apply to you, why you hurt? The one who is hurt and the one who feel away is the one who's on their damn phone. I'm telling you, bro, I don't know how could anybody start a business and hire our people and deal with this type of frustration. And yet we cry when Trump do all of this, all these changes, right? All these changes in business and hiring and, blacks having an advantage in terms of getting certain jobs. You cry about that. But when a black man is pretty much regulating a situation, we say, oh, why he talking to them like that? They don't like authority. And it's not really authority. It's the authority from black people. We don't like black authority. We don't like authority that come from black people. And it goes back to slavery. We don't have a problem with the white man whipping us. We don't have a problem with the white man setting laws. We follow the laws. When the white cops stop you in your car and say, pull over, you pull over. You don't keep going. Do you keep going? When a white officer pull you out the car and say, put your hands up, you don't say, I'm not putting my hands up. You listen to what he tell you to do. I mean, what? We are some of the most dysfunctional people, fam. We will follow the authority of the white man every day of the week. And we won't complain. We won't say nothing. But when a black man say, put your damn phone down and do your job, you complaining about that? What did he say that's so wrong? You're on your phone. You supposed to be working. You're not supposed to be on social media while you're on the job. You're not supposed to be texting. Now, of course, the companies know if there's an emergency, that's one thing. Emergency phone call, whatever the case is, it is what it is. But if I'm paying you to do your job and you just on your phone all day, this is an ongoing situation. This is not some one-time thing where the brother just got up and started flipping out. This is an ongoing abuse. And it's always ninjas that do this, man. We always are the ones out of pocket. Don't want to follow no rules. We don't want to follow authority. And we want to have a bunch of damn things to say when management speak. And it's sick. It's really sick, man. What did he say that's wrong?
Good morning. Turn your phone in as soon as you hit that door. I'm not going to tell y'all. As soon as you hit that door, turn your phone in. Why? Because you're on my clock here. I'm telling y'all from this point on, it ain't by catching y'all on your phone.
You know what's happening? While he's talking, I could just hear it right now. A bunch of black folk at the job. I ain't no slave. I ain't no slave. That's how you think. You think while he's talking to you that he's treating you like a slave. Ninja, if you don't want to be in the workplace, leave. Let's see how that rent situation work out for you. Let's see how you feel when you're hungry. You see that? He never called you a slave. But you're in your mind, you're saying, who he talking to? I ain't no slave. Nobody said you were, but you must be a slave to think that way. You must be, because when the white man do that, you don't say, who you talking to? I ain't no slave. You don't say that to the white man. Let me tell you something about our people are evil, bro. We're evil, fam. We will never go to the white man and tell him these things. Most of you that are on a 9-to-5 right now that work for the white man, you do your job. Oh yeah, you do it. You listen. And you know if the white man catch you, you know you done. You on your best behavior. Management walk in the room, all the big shots in the company come in, you're at ease. You're on point. You're doing what you got to do. You make up. There go the big shots in the company. Everybody, hey man, hey, we got to make sure you on point. But when management is black, you feel you could just do what you want to do. You feel you could disrespect them. You could ignore them. You could do it. Man, I tell you, our people, man, this is why Turkey Leg Hut closed down.
Get you after 9 with your phone, you're fired. And take it for what it is. And I'm going to take what come with it. And I'm telling you what it is. So I'm telling you, from tomorrow on, if you get that tap from one of the managers, I'm not going to play with you fired.
If you get that tap from management tomorrow, you are fired. Because why? You have a restaurant business. You're dealing with food. Now think about this. You're dealing with food. You're dealing with people. You have no time to be walking around with a phone. Like, it's so disrespectful. You're being distracted. Customers are complaining. We have a business. We need to be professionals. We need to make sure that these customers come in here and have a good time. Have it ever dawned on you when you go to Turkey Leg Hut, right? You got to understand something. As a black man, black woman, when you work at an establishment that is a restaurant, you got to think like how the owners of the business think in terms of, this is a business. We want customers to come here, feel at home, have a good time, get some good food, some good vibes, listen to some music. They can chill with their family. And it's just a relaxing place to just get away, an attraction for the community. And we want them to come back. We want them to have an experience. You know what I mean? So we need for you guys to be as professional as possible. Make these people feel good. Make these people know that this company is the place they need to be at all the time. So they could tell a friend. Because all that's going to do is help the company thrive. And the more money we're able to generate, the better the jobs are going to be for you. Because as companies grow, the staff grow. Your earnings grow. You grow into different positions in the company. But when it comes to our people, we don't understand business, man. We don't know nothing about economics. All we know how to do is get a paycheck and go home. That's it. And we don't think about how our lack of working, our poor work ethic affects businesses. It affects businesses. When I was on a 9-to-5, we had workers that didn't even work. They would clock in, sit on their ass all day, and don't do their job. And I used to look at this mess, and I'm like, damn, this person is getting a check, and they don't even work, guys. They don't even work. I'm doing all the work. I'm dealing with all the stress. And I'm like, bro, I remember I had arguments with workers, man, literally about to fight on the job because I called them out on their BS. And I'm like, yo, this ain't happening no more, man. It's either you get up or it's going to be a problem, bro. Like, you sitting there all damn day. And the thing is, I wasn't the type of dude that wanted to go to management and be like, yo, so-and-so ain't working. You know what I mean? You know, like a snitch on the job. I wasn't into that type of stuff. So it's like we dealt with stuff like straight, like, look, we had our own government on the job, you know, and things was getting serious, man. And it's like you had to stand up and let people know, yo, get off your damn ass, bro, and get to work, fam. And then you had to get other brothers in the workplace that is agreement with you. And we all go to that one brother. We set order. We had our own damn little government, our own enforcement on the job. We didn't have to run to management and you know, make a big scene and whatnot. And, you know, we kept that thing in-house. And guess what? It caused other brothers that was bullshitting to get to work. You know? I cannot stand going to a job and people are just lazy. That's why a lot of these folks on social media are mad at me. Because I'm talking about real issues. Our people are fucking lazy, bro. Lazy. We talk a lot, but we don't want to work. We want to have prosperity, but we don't want to work towards it. We don't understand the amount of hours it takes to get into business. You know what it's like to run a business? You know what it's like to pay employees? You know what it's like to deal with healthcare and this and that and taxes and this and all the inspections and all the paperwork and all this other stuff. And then you got to look at your earnings, and then you got to look at, the budget for the company for the next quarter and the next year, and you got to pay for supplies. What the fuck? You know how much stress you got? You know how much work you got to do? And all you got to do as a worker is just come to work, do your job, and go home. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is just go to work, do your job, and go home. You don't got to worry about all the intricate details of how you get paid. All you know is that you get a paycheck, they took the taxes out, tax return time, you get a little bread back. It is what it is. But when it comes to running that business, you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue of the stress that goes through running a business. You don't have a clue of the sleepless nights and the stress. I can guarantee you, this brother and his old lady was arguing every night, frustrated, just going crazy, trying to run the business. And they probably saying to themselves, man, we give black people opportunity. This worker don't want to work. I really don't want to fire them because I know they got a family. Do you know how many companies that are black owned or managed by black people would know there's a problem worker and they know they got to get rid of them, but they just don't want to because they know you got kids, they know you got a family, and it's like they're giving you chance after chance to get it right, and you just keep playing, man. They're like, you know what? I got to let them go. I got to let them go. And then when they let you go, you go on social media and badmouth them to tear them down. That's what you do. It's really sick, guys. Let's see what the news have to say. Let's look at this news report here. Let me get this so we can learn a little bit more about the situation. Let me see. Is this it? Okay, I think let's look at this one first.
The once popular Turkey Leg Hut is officially closed. A judge converted the Third Ward establishment's Chapter 11 bankruptcy to Chapter 7, clearing the way for the restaurant's landowner to terminate the lease. This is new video from today showing the closed restaurant on Alameda. As you can see, all of the iconic signs are now gone. All assets are to be sold to repay creditors. This has been months in the making, with a series of headlines from bankruptcy and lawsuits to 30 health department violations. Turkey Leg Hut owes the landlord more than $100,000.
Wow.
The once popular Turkey Leg Hut is officially closed.
Officially closed. The once popular Turkey Leg Hut is officially closed. See, this is what I mean about the curses of Deuteronomy, how it affects black people. The white man can go into business and stay in business. You ever notice that? White people just go into business. Asian people just go into business, and they just stay in business year after year after year, and they just keep expanding and growing. And the whole family is rich, and everybody live in beautiful communities and driving nice cars, and kids going to college, and, you know, everybody on vacations. You ever see those families, and they're just always on vacations, and you look at your family, and you can't even go on one? You ever wonder why? Internalized racism.
Judge converted the Third Ward establishment's Chapter 11 bankruptcy to Chapter 7, clearing the way for the restaurant's landowner to terminate the lease. This is new video from today showing the closed restaurant on Alameda. As you can see, all of the iconic signs are now gone. All assets are...
Did you hear the part about the landowner to terminate the lease? See, that's another problem that we have as a people, is that we don't own the land. Did you get that part? Let me see if I rewind it back.
Iconic signs are now gone. All assets are to be sold. As you can see, all of the iconic signs are now leased. This is new video. Chapter 11 bankruptcy to Chapter 7, clearing the way for the restaurant's landowner.
The restaurant's landowner. The restaurant's landowner.
To terminate the lease.
To terminate the lease. See, we start these businesses, but we don't own the land. Are you getting that? Do you see? That's another mistake that we as a people we fall into. We don't own the land. See, if somebody owned the land, they get to call the shots because you're leasing the spot. You see that? So, Turkey Leg Hut was not gonna last either way. It wasn't gonna last, guys. It was on one leg to begin with.
This is new video from today showing the closed restaurant on Alameda. As you can see, all of the iconic signs are now gone.
All gone, all the iconic signs.
All assets are to be sold to repay creditors.
Everything is going to be sold, just like the book of Deuteronomy says. You're going to lose everything. They're going to take this. You're going to build a house and another man will take it. Everything the scripture says is right there being played out.
This has been months in the making with a series of headlines from bankruptcy and lawsuits.
Bankruptcies, lawsuits, all the murals on the shop. None of that stuff mean that they're going to paint all over that wall. Everything's going to be, it's going to be a new establishment. Just sad.
To 30 health department violations. Turkey Lake Hut owes the landlord more than $100,000.
Wow. What a shame, guys. Very, very sad situation. But this is what happens when our people are suffering from internalized racism and they struggle with the curses of Deuteronomy, and we don't want to work. We don't want to work together. We don't want to build with one another. And it's just a sad situation, you know? Now, how come they didn't have like 20 locations? You can't even get different locations, you know? As soon as you have a good idea for an establishment, it crumbles. It's like we can't do well in business as black people because we don't support one another. Remember, they were dealing with a lot of financial issues. A lot of financial issues is what they were dealing with. They were dealing with health code violations, bankruptcy, lease termination, and other factors. And they lost their marriage. It says the restaurant's financial struggles were critical to its permanent closure. Financial. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, health code violations. All of that is financial. Bankruptcies, financial. Lease term agreements, financial. So the restaurant was not bringing in money because the community that claimed they support black people weren't supporting black people. They weren't. They were not making enough money to keep up the business and the payments and, you know, to pay for certain things that was needed to keep the business float. And this is why I keep telling folk, you got to support your interests. Just like people that claim they rock on my platform, they don't support. It's only a few people who support. Only a few. But they expect everything to be afloat. They expect everything to be cool, but they don't support. And then you got these motherfucking haters all over social media. They're the first to say, don't support him. Don't watch him. Why? Because that's internalized racism. And this is why the Turkey Leg Hut closed down. Because they had haters too. They had haters on social media that made videos about them. People were making videos about these folks. And they caused that company to close down because from social media, people were making videos with criticism, blah, blah, blah. We don't like this. We don't like that. And before you know it, everything fell apart. Now, I don't know who these people are. I don't know how their personality is. I don't know if they're good or bad folk. I don't know. But my point is, a lot of the issues that go on in the company have a lot to do with the workers. It has a lot to do with the workers and the people who are hired to do the job. And it causes a lot of issues. You know, a lot of issues. When you hire certain people, they just ruin the company, man. They're just not doing their job. They contaminate food. Bugs end up getting in your food. Earrings, hair. I mean, come on now. Why? Because workers not doing their job. And a lot of times it's not management that is doing something wrong. They just hired the wrong people, man. They hired the wrong people. And it's just sad. Let's see what else we got with this. Hold on. Let me play the tape. Where we at? Okay.
A lot of people wondering what is going on with a popular restaurant. A lot of turmoil is being played out in public. Fox 26 business reporter Tom Ziska live in the 3rd Ward outside the Turkey Leg Hut, where a co-founder has been fired, staff laid off, and paychecks are missing. Tom?
Wow. Ain't that something?
Rashi, a lot of moving pieces here. The Turkey Leg Hut made a splash when it was founded in 2015 by husband and wife team Lynn Price and Nakia Holmes. Last year, there were headlines about the couple's separation while they continued to operate the business together until yesterday. From its home on Alameda Road, the Turkey Leg Hut lunch crowd is not the long wait that the popular restaurant can be known for. But as diners enjoy a nice day on the patio, all is not well at the restaurant. Co-founder Lynn Price posted on Instagram a now deleted copy of an email from a management consultant that gave him his walking papers from the company, reading, "Your employment with the Turkey Leg Hut is being terminated effective immediately."
Wow. Ain't that something? Ain't that something, fam? That's crazy. Like the same guy who was telling the workers about the phone, you know, they end up getting their walking papers. You see how that works? You're trying to do your job to regulate the staff so they could do their job, and instead, you lose your job, you lose every damn thing.
It reads, the firing is just one of several personnel changes at the company, citing a financial review after the discovery of potential mismanagement. The Turkey Leg Hut owner Nakia Holmes says in a statement to Fox 26, "Unfortunately, we quickly uncovered financial discrepancies that demanded immediate action." That action included 2 firings, 6 people laid off, and what she insists is a 2-week payroll delay. But an employee who does not want to show his face says he's gone more than 6 weeks without a paycheck, owed more than $1,000.
We get behind on bills like rent, light bill, water bill. It's becoming a hassle trying to get what's owed to you.
You should not give up on the money that's yours, regardless of the amount.
Fox 26 legal analyst Chris Tritico says affected employees have a strong argument to get their money if the employer drags its feet. From court filings to complaints to the Department of Labor, there are avenues to collect, especially with the business still in operation. It does not, however, lessen the immediate hardship for employees waiting on a promise to be paid.
My creditors aren't going to be as nice as you're asking me to be to you.
Do you hear what he just said? Listen to what he just said, guys, because I keep telling you that the creditors, they're never going to be nice. These people do not care about nothing else but their money.
It does not, however, lessen the immediate hardship for employees waiting on a promise to be paid.
My creditors aren't going to be as nice as you're asking me to be to you.
You see that? This ain't a game, man. When you're in business, it's a serious game, man. And the thing with our people, it's very difficult to work with them when it comes to business or anything because we don't understand economics. We don't understand demand. We don't understand time management. We don't understand making sure that all resources are used and business is running efficiently. We don't understand good work ethic. We don't understand being on time. It's just sad that I have to explain this to you. Like, you're supposed to know this already. This is supposed to be in you. You're supposed to know. But it's sad that when it comes to our people, you got to keep telling them over and over how to be a good worker. But yet they'll say they built America. But when it comes to being on the job and doing their job, for some reason, they don't know how to do that. No, the ones who built America are the ancestors who are dead. And they built America because they were whipped, lynched, and killed. They did it by force. You understand? They weren't doing it because they want to do it. They did it because if they didn't, they were going to die. You have the opportunity to earn a paycheck. You're not on a plantation, right? And again, if you don't like what you're being paid, just leave the job and find another one. But to have that slave mentality while on the 9 to 5, it's really dumb because nobody's whipping you, nobody's forcing you, nobody's doing anything. But that is how our people be on the job. You don't see white people being on their job talking about, they treat me like a slave and, you know, I'm just a slave on my job. And they don't talk like that, man. I used to hate hearing my people talk like that mess on the job. I'm like, bro, do you not understand? You signed up for this job. So if you don't like your job, why are you complaining? Just leave. Make the place better for us. You leaving will make my day. Because now there'll be some peace and quiet, and hopefully they'll hire somebody that actually works. You know? I remember when I was on a 9 to 5, and they put me with another younger brother, and he works. And pretty much I showed him a lot of information, you know, taught him a lot of different things, and he grew to being a good worker. You know what I'm saying? He actually rose to a different position in the company. You know, he's doing his thing. You see? And then I was glad that they put me with somebody that actually want to work. You know, even when I got into the company, you know, when I got in, it was another brother, you know, he took me under his wing, showed me the ropes, taught me a lot. And before you know it, I was able to do my thing and everything was good. You know? Now, this particular comment here is under, I guess, one of those news video clips that I took, right? I wanted to show you some comments on how people responded. Like one person says, I can't lie. That's actually sad to see. The end of an era. Now, these are black people saying this, that this is sad to see, but these very same black folk never supported the business, right? They never supported the business. Another person says, I can't believe they destroyed such a thriving business into the ground. Sad. You see the criticism that comes from black folk? When everything ends, they'll say you destroyed. Now, who they blaming? They're blaming the man and the woman. They're saying they destroyed the business. No. What destroyed the business is all of the ninjas that was working there that didn't do their job. That's what destroyed the business. We have to understand that as a collective of people, we all have a part. And if we're all doing our part, we can meet deadlines and get things done. If I'm building a house and I am a licensed contractor and I hire a staff of workers, I got to make sure that I'm, number one, taking care of my workers, make sure I'm paying them well, and that they're doing their job. If they fuck the job up, I'm the one that's going to suffer. You understand? Because when the client comes to see the house and it's not done to the specs that they wanted, I'm going to have to deal with the heat. You understand? That makes me look bad. So I'm going to have to regulate the workers and make sure that this never happen again. So I don't understand how could anybody look at the brother and say, look at how he's talking to people. What? Do you understand how serious business is? Nobody ain't playing when it comes to business. Listen, when your rent is due, management don't give a fuck what's going on in your life. They just want to know where the rent at. Right? When the bank want that money, they don't care that your wife had a baby. They don't care about that. See, in business, you got to pay to play. This is why, as an adult, when it comes to life, you got to work to provide for yourself, to do what you need to do. But usins as a people, it's like how even though I'm doing this video and I'm speaking, some of you are literally in your feelings even while I'm talking. It's like you'll get offended over every fucking thing somebody say. You're fucking offended. It's like you have a tender skin for black people who speak truth. But when the white man speak, you shut up. And you do as you're told. Why are we like that? Why are we so hypocritical? Why when white people delegate or enforce judgment when we get out of pocket, we sit there, we take the judgment. We take it. We don't sit there and, no back talk, no nothing. But when a black man is speaking truth, we're very critical. We'll talk about them negatively. Spread negative lies, get other people to hate the person. But you don't do that with your employment right now. Some of you that don't like your job, you don't come on social media to badmouth the company because you'll be fired. You do know that, right? You do know that if you have a job and you go on social media to badmouth the company, talking about, oh, I'm a YouTuber now, let me badmouth the company that's paying my bills. Once they find you online, they will fire you because it's somewhere in your contract that you can't do that. You're under contract. How that look? The company is paying you a check and you're on social media talking about, well, I don't like my job. What? Matter of fact, the company won't even find you. If one of your coworkers find you, they will report you to management and feel that they're doing the company a good job because you're actually causing the company more harm. Because when you go on social media and you're bad-mouthing the company that pay you, you're putting all your fellow coworkers at risk, especially if it's a company that is government funded and is funded by the state or whatever the case is. If you're on social media bad-mouthing the company, it may cause the company to lose financial support, and that will affect all of us as a whole. Next minute, they're shutting down the company, laying workers off, all because of your video. And a lot of you that do that type of stuff, you don't realize how you're taking food off the plates of other workers. Just because you're salty, why don't your dumb ass leave the job rather than trying to mess up everybody else's life? Because I've seen businesses fall apart because people go to social media to complain about management in terms of how they feel they're being treated. And it was a personal issue. It wasn't an issue of all the staff members going through this. And what happened was they started to investigate and do this and do that. Next minute, they shut the whole damn thing down. And now everybody's suffering. You know? Let me see. At the bottom of the screen, a brother says, never seen the bag fumble so hard in my life. Notice what he's saying. Never seen the bag fumble. Y'all don't care about no bag of other black folk because y'all don't support the business. It's just like when people talk shit about me, half of these people don't even support me. So I don't give a fuck what they got to say because they just run in their mouth. They don't support me. You know, they don't put money in my pocket. They don't help me to put food on the table for my kids. If anything, they're trying their best to take away food from my kids. So fuck them. I don't care about people like that. That's your enemy. You know what I mean? Anybody that's trying to stop you from putting food on the table, that's an enemy of progress. And we as black people have a lot of enemies from within, you know, from within that are enemies to progress. And it's anytime you go through failure, you'll have black folk talk about never seen the bag fumble so hard in my life. No, it's not the bag that was fumbled. The fact is our people don't work to keep a business alive. It's just like, for example, with me, I have a lot of people, they'll come sharing videos from other YouTubers. They'll come sending me the videos on Instagram. Hey, look at what this person's doing. Hey, look at that person. I'm like, listen, why are you sending me videos from other? Do you share my videos? Do you take my videos and share them with other YouTubers the way you bring their fucking videos to me? Do you do that? No. Do you go in the comment section of other videos and say, hey, shout out to Ringo TV. He be doing this work and he's a good do you do that? No. But you're telling me about what everybody else is doing. You're bringing everybody else's content to me. You're sharing everything with me from other people that I don't even care for. Right? I don't got time to watch their videos, especially if they do what I do. But do you share what my work is with others? Do you promote that to help the platform to grow? No. But yet you'll be the very same person why you don't get no views on your videos. You do such a great job with your commentary because you don't share the videos. Hypocrite. That's like you coming to my restaurant, eating the food is good, but you don't tell nobody about the restaurant. You come there with your woman, you eat the food, you enjoy yourself, you know we got that good cooking, but when you leave, you don't tell nobody on Facebook, you don't tell nobody on Instagram, you don't make no fucking video to promote what we do, but you talking about you want to see us prosper. No, you don't, because you don't tell nobody about us. And that's how it is in business. That business fell because why? Because nobody was promoting it to the point where the company could stay afloat and pay off their debts and all the bills. They were in debt for a long time. They were not making money the way you think they were. They were broke. But the image and the perception from the outside is that they were successful because, hey, they started in 2015. They lasted up to about 2024 or I'm not sure what the year they was when they closed. I think it was in the video. But my point is, the reason why I was able to stay afloat is because of all the loans. You understand? Oh, yeah, they don't leave tips for the workers. I mean, it's just be bad, man. Listen, people, when you go to a restaurant and the waitress or whatever the case is and people, they serve you, leave the people a tip, fam. Like, come on, bro. Leave the people. These people are work. Leave them a tip, man. Leave something there. That goes to their pockets. Leave them some bread. Help them out a little. Everybody trying to eat. We all want to survive. What the fuck? Damn. It's like we want to just starve people out and kill them. But when it comes to the white man, man, we got to spend all our money. Y'all know what I'm talking about is true. When it comes to the white man, you ready to spend all your money. You make up your mind before you get your paycheck, you buying that purse. Ready to put the money in the white man's hand. Brothers, they get their paycheck, I'm buying rims for my car. Put the money in the white man's hand immediately. Damn. You saved up all your checks to get them rims. That's sad, man. It's a sad situation. But when it comes to black business, right, we're not as diligent in our support. We just don't care. So the brother says, never seen the bag fumble so hard in my life. Folks will say it's sad, but I just think it's stupid because this L was self-inflicted and could have been avoided. You see how black people always got criticism for when you fail? And then they say, it was self-inflicted. No, the self-infliction is the internalized racism that come from our people not supporting the business. Because if money is not coming in, the business cannot thrive. If black people in the black community wanted that business to stay afloat, that business would have stayed afloat. The truth of the matter is black people wanted that business to close down the day it started. And that's one of the reasons why we cannot survive. Matter of fact, that company lasting as long as it lasted was because of the debt it acquired, trying to stay alive, trying to get through the mud. And while it was surviving year after year, black folk in the community was like, damn, they ain't closed down yet. They ain't closed down yet? Nah, they still open. They still open, damn. What the hell? I thought they would have been evicted already. I thought they wouldn't have been able to pay their rent. And would you believe there's black people right now that are thinking the same way about you right now? Some of you folks that are in the live chat right now. There are black people, and shout out to Floridine Rollo. Shout out to Floridine Rollo for the support. I just now seeing the super chat right there. Shout out to you, bro. He says, they crying, making excuses. Ain't nobody got time for it. Ringo preaching truth. Love, not fake stuff. Look how they mess up his business, being wicked. That's exactly what's going on. I seen the super chat earlier. It said I was busy in my flow, but I kind of scrolled up real fast. It was right there about to disappear. It was right there at the top of the screen, ready to disappear. But yeah, guys, black folk could have kept this business alive. Just like black folk are watching you right now. Some of you, most of you, matter of fact, not some, pretty much all of you. There are black people that are watching you right now in your life that are saying, you didn't get fired from your job yet. You ain't get evicted from your house yet. You ain't get that repossession on that car you driving around yet. You still paying that note. They ain't mess up yet. There are black people that are looking at you right now, waiting for you to fall. I'm going to make a whole series on stuff like this because I think that's one of the biggest problems we got right now, man. There are people literally sitting around waiting for us to fall. You know what I mean? There's this other brother, this elder brother on YouTube. Beverly, I seen you in his comments. I seen this elder dude. I shouted out this elder brother so many damn times, showing this elder brother so much respect. This elder man literally made a video disrespecting me because of all of this FBA stuff. And I'm disgusted by it. And I be seeing a lot of y'all in the comments under these people videos, and y'all don't be saying shit. Y'all be up in them comments, not saying a word. And I'm like, really? Y'all up in these comments with these people speaking negative of me, seeing everybody in the comments all negative, and then y'all come on back over to my platform and act like everything is sweet. Trust me, I watch everything. And I see y'all. And it's very hypocritical. And it's just like with the situation with Turkey Leg Hut. You folks would watch them crumble and fall, but you won't say nothing, you won't do nothing, and you won't support nothing. You know what I mean? I literally watched this elder man talk ish about me, don't even know nothing about me. They're just going by all of the garbage everybody's saying all over social media, and it's all black people. And this is an elderly man, a man that's supposed to be a man of wisdom. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to disrespect the elder, but at the end of the day, sir, you wrong. You wrong. And it's sad because you're supposed to be a man of wisdom. And a lot of you folks that sit on these YouTube streets and just watch content and see shit and don't say shit, fuck you. For real, for real. Because y'all be in the clouds watching a brother work, and y'all know the work that I do is to pretty much empower the community, and you'll see all these damn devils all over social media talking ish, and you don't say a word. You sit by in the comment section praising these people, watching their videos day in, day out. Why? Because you want to hear people talk shit about me, but yet you come to my fucking channel and be in my comments and chat room knowing good and well you're all over the place watching people be negative about me. What kind of that is internalized racism. That's sick. You know how many times I see people on other people's platforms talking crap about me, and I'll see people in my live chat that be in my comment section on these pages saluting them. Hey, salute, you speaking the truth. You're doing this. And I'm like, wow. And then I go and I see people coming up in my live chat. And I'm like, wait a minute, weren't you just over there? Weren't you just over there? Like, how could you even show your face, fam? Like, that's so disrespectful. So disrespectful. When you see people speaking negative about me and you know that I'm about this truth, and you know these people are wrong, and you are a viewer and you don't say a word, you have the same guilt and evil in your heart of internalized racism. Disgusting, man. When I tell you this is sick, fam, this stuff is sick, bro. Absolutely sick, man. The things that I see with our people, man, it is sick. And this is why it's like you try to speak this truth, but it's like your people never got your back. They never show you any love. They don't support you. They don't do this. Now check this out, gang. Watch this. Let me show you this. Let me show you this, guys. Let me show you receipts. How I'm not playing. Look, check this out. You see this? This is under the elder's video. You see Beverly? She's in his chat. Good morning, elder. Kisses. Right? You see that? Now check out all these comments. Look at this guy. He says, I unsubscribe from that lame. Now check out what his brother Meadow says. He says, I better not never run into him. At Meadow, if you run into me in any way, right, and you were to try anything, you going in a box, bro. Let that be known right now. And this is the kind of level of hate. Now, why would you say that, fam? Why would you say, I better not never run into him? That's a threat. So if you run into me and I'm with my family, right, and you try anything, you going in a box. Straight up. So I hope you understand that right now. Because I don't fucking know you, fam. And you in a comment section, and the elder, look what the elder did, guy. The elder hearted his comments. So to all you people that watch my platform, y'all think that I'm playing games when I tell you these motherfuckers be plotting on my life? The elderly man that's on YouTube that I've been saluting over the years, he hearted that brother's comment. Are y'all seeing that? The elder on YouTube that I've been saluting, he hearted his comment. So the elder want this brother to run up on me. I want y'all to see that. Now, is any of y'all going to do something about that? Is any of y'all going to say nothing? Or you going to turn a fucking blind eye and just be in the comment section here? But you ain't going to say nothing, right? You ain't going to say nothing. So now if I put this brother in a box, I'm the one that's going to jail? No, I'm not going to jail because that's a threat. And the elder co-signed a threat. And it's right on YouTube. You think I'm playing with these people? I'm not playing with these dudes. How you gonna be on YouTube saying I better not ever run into him? Over comments, over opinions, and I never said nothing to you personally? This is what I mean by internalized racism, ladies and gentlemen. You see Beverly's in the chat? Did she go over there and say something about that? No, she's busy blowing kisses at the elder. And all of this evil, everybody that's in the comments was speaking nothing but negativity about me. Man, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody, bro. I don't trust black people, bro, because I see this evil every day. And all you folks all over YouTube that's doing this, I got all your comments. I see you in the comment section, man. I see you in the comments doing evil. And it's sick. Talking about if I run into him. Bro, I'm in North Carolina, dog. North Carolina with my Second Amendment all the time. You understand me? You run up on me with anything, you going in a box. That's my word, bro. You don't supposed to be online making threats. And to the elder, for you to even heart that comment, it just goes to show what's in your heart, bro. That's why I don't trust ninjas, man. Internalized racism. You wondering why the turkey hut leg closed down? This is what I got to deal with, bro. This is what black people got to deal with all day. I got people making threats all day. What they gonna do? Bro, imagine every day you do videos, you do content, all your enemies are black. All your enemies. I quickly unsubscribed from the elder. Quickly. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, damn, this elder brother is rocking like that? I can understand these other snake ninjas on YouTube. All these other snakes. I mean, it's not even worth mentioning their names. I can understand them. But an elder brother that's possibly in his 70s and 80s, why in the world would he get involved in that mess? Obviously, he never watched none of the content. He don't even know what I said. He going by what other people are saying. Talking about, oh, Ringo disrespected the people by saying they're lazy. Black people is lazy. What's the matter with you? You're an elderly man and you don't know that? Our people are lazy. Our people are divisive. Our people are wicked. Look at how y'all treating me. How you gonna come online and talk and make threats against a man you don't even know? Well, yeah, if you ever run into me, you gonna run. I will make you run. I am not that one. But these ninjas be online talking like this, and people be sitting there in the clouds watching, and they don't say a word. They don't say a word. And this is the kind of evil I got to deal with. This is the kind of evil I got to deal with. Did Beverly go in that chat and tell them off? No. They co-signing it, bro. That's why I got to say what I got to say. Now, think about this, guys. Some of y'all probably like, well, why you called out Beverly? Because I got to. I got to. Just like that brother called out the staff. I got to. Because if you on my platform, in my chat, talking about this and that and pulling up and shouting out Floridine Rollo and shouting out this one, shouting out, man, don't, no. No. Why you not over there standing up for righteousness? Don't play two sides of the fence, fam. Doesn't matter who you are. Don't come over here and smile when you over there partying with all of these damn enemies of mine. I thought the elder brother was a reasonable man, but he's not. And it's sad. And they're all black. They over there calling me this, calling me that, misidentifying my nationality, all sorts of stuff. I mean, these people crazy. It's like one big clan. The black KK, and they just keep going on and on and on and on, just being hostile and crazy because I spoke the truth about our people. Our people are evil, man. Evil. And I don't trust them because all I get is hate from my people. That's it. I don't ever get no love. And it's fucked up. Because all the work that I do for the community and all the truth that I spit, people don't even fucking care. You know what I mean? It's sad. This is why when you have black men and women that fight for the community, they don't get no praise, no reports, nobody shares nothing, nobody cares, nobody even check in on them to see, oh, how you doing today, brother? Brother, are you okay? Hey, sister, are you okay? I just want to check in on you, find out if you good. We don't even check on these people. We don't even find out if they okay. We don't even care. So when I go around and I see this type of stuff, that stuff pisses me off. Pisses me off, man. If you rocking with all these people that hate me, fam, leave the platform, man. And just go over there and keep arguing with these damn ninjas that don't want to see progress. But don't come over here and smile in my face as if though you got love for the things that I do, and motherfuckers are all over the place speaking evil, plotting, and you don't even have nothing to say. You don't even see nobody in the comments saying, bro, that's not cool what you doing, bro. Hey, yo, bro, I understand you disagree with a brother, but what you talking about if you see a brother what? Nah, bro, you out of pocket, fam. You bugging. Because all you going to do is go in a box. I'm not playing with nobody. Dudes be online talking reckless, and they don't understand what they signing up for. This ain't a game. And to see the elder brother literally hearted this brother's comment. The elder hearted the comment, y'all. That mean that's what the elder brother want in his heart. You see that? That's what the see, I got my receipts, y'all. I don't play with the receipts. I don't play. And this is all they keep saying all day. I unsubscribe from them. I unsubscribe. Unsubscribe these nuts. I don't care if you unsubscribe. Unsubscribe, unsubscribe. You still watching. These are haters, bruh. These are demon spirits, evildoers. And this is what internalized racism does. This is why restaurants can't thrive, because you got evil people, fam. Evil people that look just like you, that plot and speak evil. You see? I tell these ninjas, oh, reparations this. They salty about that. Why are you so salty about me? I'm not the one that can make the decision. I cannot make no decisions. I am not sitting around waiting for no damn reparations. You got this elderly ninja on YouTube focusing on reparations. Bro, you ain't gonna be around to see it. Why are you even worried about that? You're supposed to be teaching these young men to be men, to take care of their family and their kids. You know, you mad at me because I'm speaking the truth about what's really going on. We got too much problems with ourselves. We have a cancer in the black community, and it's called internalized racism. We are quick to ready to kill one another. But when it comes to the enemy, when it comes to the oppressor, we don't got nothing to say. You think this dude is going to go tell the white man, oh, when I see the white man, I better not run into him. This is a coward, y'all. This is what I call a coward. This is what I mean by a coward. You would not run up on a white man, especially in the South. He'll put you in a box. All these white men out here carry guns all day. Everybody got a gun in the South. You ain't running up on nobody. All that talk online don't mean nothing. But to see the elder heart that brother's comment, it hits different. Because what it tells me is that's what the elder want. The elder wants somebody to kill me over opinions. And you tell me, are black people really your friends? Are black people really your people? Not at all. Sad, right? Now, how many people gonna go over by the elder's platform and go into them comments and let them know what is real? I bet you nobody ain't going over there to say nothing. And I got to deal with all the stress. I got to deal with the stress. I have to deal with the stress of 1,000 ninjas all day. This is what they're doing all day because they don't like the fact that I pretty much spoke the truth about various issues we're facing. They don't like that. They don't like me saying that our people are lazy. We are fucking lazy. What have we built? What are we doing? We're busy fighting and killing one another. Nobody's trying to join forces. You got all these influencers all over YouTube rather than these dumb asses come to the table and be like, you know what? I don't got time to be going at this brother. I don't got time to be going at that brother. We got bigger fish to fry. We got real issues to focus on. Let's focus on this. Okay, you might disagree with this. You might disagree with that, but you're still a brother. No. What they do is they try to tear you apart because you disagree with them. You see what I mean? And they go around and they keep dividing the people, causing more disturbances over and over and over, like a gang, a lynch mob. Let's gather together. Let's all gather together. Let's destroy Ringo. Okay, after you destroy Ringo, what's next? Because you're still in poverty, you're still being oppressed, and the white man is still in power, and you ain't gonna put no fight on the white man. See? Internalized racism. That's internalized racism because I'm not your enemy. You understand? I'm not your enemy, but you treat me like the enemy. So you know what? I don't want to deal with you people, man. Real talk. All the folks that follow all these other ideologies and all these other groups, you stay on that side. If you want to leave, you don't want to subscribe to the channel, fuck you. I don't care. I don't got time to be playing games, guys. This is real talk. I'm about doing content, real reactions, real stuff, real truth. If you don't rock with it, leave, man. Stop playing games. Go hide somewhere. Go over there and argue all day with your problems with everybody else. I guarantee you in the end, you're going to be watching my content no matter what. You know why? Because none of them ninjas are making any sense. And none of their movements is going to prosper because none of these people are following the Most High. And they all wish death on other black men. You don't see me online making threats. You don't see me online talking about who I'm going to get. You don't see me online doing none of that type of stuff. I don't make death threats. I don't make terroristic threats, and I don't heart other people's comments that claim they want to do something to somebody. Anytime you're a black man and you want to harm another black man because you don't like what he said, you are a murderer. And that's why I had to put that out there. So to all you folks that follow the elder, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about all these content creators that are talking ish all day. You have to think about it. What exactly are they mad at? Because I'm a black man. They acting like I'm not black. Literally, they are acting like I'm not a black man, fam. Imagine that. My pops, American. Think about that. Military vet. Served in the U.S. military. In the Army. Lives in Texas. I'm born in America. My mom is from Panama. These motherfuckers going around saying you're a tether. They're wrong. What are they going to say now? Because by their own standards, I would be FBA, right? If my pops is American, right? Served in the military, a vet, lives in Texas, and my mom is from Panama, then by the standards of this hate cult group, this racist group, right? That keep calling everybody tethers, then by their standards, I would be a foundational black American. But guess what? I don't identify by that. I don't identify by none of that. I'm an Israelite. Anytime people ask me, what's your nationality? I'm an Israelite. I'm an Israelite. Anytime somebody asks me about nationality, I'm an Israelite. You see? Yes, my mom is Panamanian. Therefore, I was raised around my Panamanian family. It is what it is. But by their standards, I would be a foundational black American. So how could a foundational black American be wrong for saying that his people is lazy and is not going to get reparation? How can you tell me I'm wrong if I'm a foundational black American? You sound stupid. I just don't identify as that. I don't walk around saying, what's your nationality? Well, I'm a foundational black American. I don't do that. I don't got time for that. I'm a biblical Israelite. According to the Bible, that's my nationality. My nationality is not of America. And to be going around social media calling everybody an immigrant, that's just sad. That's division. Because we're all immigrants, if you think about it, because we all came to America. Everybody came to America. All the slaves, everybody came over here. They brought all the slaves to different parts of the America. Some of these folks, It's laughable, the things they say. Oh, well, a person who's in Panama, a person who's in Trinidad, a person who's in Jamaica, they know what they are because they're from those. What are you talking about? Slavery was everywhere, dumbass. Not just in America. Y'all acting like Jamaicans and Trinis and Panamanians were just over there living up good lives. These people are enslaved. What are you talking about? Everybody is an immigrant. Everybody's an immigrant. Everybody was brought here. Wasn't just you. Division. That's what they promote, guys. That's what they're mad about. So for the elder to be over there running his mouth talking ish, he don't even know me. He should be ashamed. And then for him to co-sign terroristic threats, that tells me how our people are, fam. So it's no surprise to me why Turkey Leg Hut closed down. It closed down because black people made it close down, man. It's like our people don't want to hear the real truth. Our people lazy, man. They're lazy. And by their own standards, I would be considered a foundational black American. But because I don't agree with what they're doing, but I don't agree with certain things, they decided, you know what? Let's ostracize him. Let's criticize him. Let's attack him. Let's cancel him. Let's get rid of him. But you still didn't get your reparations. And you still got problems. Still in poverty, still struggling, right? And you still hate each other. So what exactly have you accomplished with all the hate you have for me? So you guys are technically hating a foundational black American. Now, how does that look? How does it look when you got a multitude of ninjas all over YouTube talking ish about a foundational black American while claiming to be foundational black Americans? Pure hypocrisy. And this is why we can't grow. Because you're basing everything off of, oh, well, are you a foundational black American or not? You don't even know who's who. You don't even know where. You got all sorts of people joining, talking about, well, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Don't even know who they are. And then if you don't agree, oh, you're a tether, you're a tether, you're a tether. Insulting their own people. That's racism. That's racism. We got to stop the hate. We got to stop the racism amongst black people because this is why we can't grow. We're too busy hating one another. And you know what's so funny? No matter how much I say this truth, these ninjas will continue their damn hatred because it's in their blood to kill their own people. They are never satisfied until they shed blood. That's why I don't trust them. I don't trust black people, bro. My own people want to see me dead, bro. Dead. Ain't that something? They want to see my kids starve. They would love it. They don't want to see me eat. They want to see me die. They don't got these type of thoughts for the white man. They don't got these kind of thoughts for the Asian man. I do not see none of these ninjas in videos talking about, yeah, you know, the white man needs to be canceled and the this and that needs to be gone. And I want this to stop and nobody should support McDonald's and nobody should support any fast food. Nobody should support Target. Nobody support Macy's. Nobody should support this. Nobody should support. They don't do that. Their target is anybody that's black. I could just imagine Turkey Leg Hut probably had people saying, don't go there no more. Don't shop. Don't buy food there no more. Don't do business with Turkey Leg Hut. They fired my sister. Don't support Turkey Leg Hut because I don't like the way that guy was talking. I can guarantee you that was going on. And they lost business. They stopped making money and they couldn't keep up with the demand. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. When I tell you I'm speaking the unadulterated truth. But you know what? This video will still fall on deaf ears because you know why? Nobody's sharing it, right? Nobody's talking about it. And 99.9% of the people that are watching right now, you won't share the video. You won't put it on Facebook. You won't put it on Twitter. You won't put it on Instagram. You won't share the links. You won't tell your coworkers. You won't tell nothing. You watch here. And then you wondering why nobody is getting the message. It's because nobody's learning. And then when these people all over social media are talking crap about me, you never go into the comment section to give a rebuttal. You don't go into the comment section and be like, wait a minute, How you disrespecting Ringo, and Ringo is technically a foundational black American? It's just that you dumbasses don't know him. Y'all think y'all do, but you don't know him. But see, I don't identify as no foundational black anything. I don't identify by that title. I'm not into the titles. I'm into what is the facts. I'm an Israelite, according to the Bible. I'm an Israelite, a biblical Israelite of the chosen people of the Most High. Do you understand me? That's my nationality according to the Bible. I'm not going by something you just made up. Nowhere in the Bible does it say I'm American. Nowhere in the Bible does it say I'm a foundational black American. It's not in the Bible. So I'm not going by that. That's not recognized by the powers that be. I'm looking at what's recognized by the Most High God. They got a problem with that. And they spread a whole load of misinformation and constantly call you tether, tether, tether. You sound stupid saying that after I done told you the facts. And none of them will apologize and none of them will retract their statements. So what I see and what I'm learning is these folks that pretty much have all this criticism is a hate group. It's a hate group. So, and think about this. Again, I'm a foundational black American telling you this. So what are you going to say? What are you going to say? I'm a tether? No. You got it all wrong. You thought you knew me. See, I keep quiet for a reason. I keep quiet so you can run your mouth, cause all the harm, all the damage, make all the mistakes, and then the facts come out, and then you look stupid. Now what you going to say? What are you going to say now? Oh, you're still a tether. Really? You make up your mind. Make up your mind because now you're being false now. Because now you feel stupid. You see? I don't follow movements. I speak the truth. Our people never getting reparations in this lifetime. We're supposed to be building our own, but we don't want to do that because we're lazy. I told you 1,000 times, going to your enemies seeking salvation is a joke. The white man has never given us nothing. When are we going to get that? You want to kill me for telling you the truth? You want to kill me for telling you the truth. In this lifetime, you will never get any freedom or anything from the white man. If you think he's your enemy, why would he give you anything? Why is it so hard for you to understand that? Well, I'm unsubscribing because I don't like what you said. Go! Stop fucking viewing me, man, for real. This is crazy. Listen, you gotta be crazy to get mad at me for speaking the obvious truth. You're expecting the enemy to give you something that you feel you deserve when you never worked. You understand? Think about this. You're expecting something from the enemy. Well, everybody else got reparations and everybody else got it. I don't care what everybody else got. You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it because the enemy is never giving it to you. Why don't you listen? This is why I keep telling you can't save the black community, dog. They're going to kill you if you try. The minute you try to save the black community, they will kill you. You know? Like I said, I don't trust my own people. I feel safer around white people. I feel safer around white folk. This is why you have a lot of black folk. They move to white neighborhoods. They move to neighborhoods where it's more expensive to live. And they get as far as away from black people as possible. This is why. Because it's not safe being around your own people. They will kill you. Think about the comment that guy left on the Elders page. That comment, that's why I took a screen capture of that, because that's a receipt of a terroristic threat, and it was featured on the Elders YouTube platform. A terroristic threat was featured there, and the elder hearted the comment. You know? It's just sick. So our people have a lot of problems, and we cannot keep waiting for the white man. I don't go to the white man for anything, guys. Listen, I live in a community where white folk watch me and they see the work that I do and they realize I do my own work. I do my own labor. I don't call no landscaping company to do my work. I do my own work and they see the results. And I know they respect the work that I do because they see me out in the hot sun laboring. They see me in the hot sun. They don't see me. I don't call no landscapers. I don't call nobody to mow lawn. I don't call nobody to do lawn. I do it myself. And right now in the community, I have a full green, flourishing lawn because I do my own work. When black people learn how to do their own work, that is when they're going to be respected in the community. You're not going to be respected in the community if you don't want to work. We have to stop being lazy, get offline, and stop talking shit. Because that's all I see people do is sit in the comments. Like literally on other platforms, you got black men going live just to talk about me. They're not talking about the white man. They're not talking about, okay, guys, let's come together. Let's put our money together and start to build something. They're not even talking about business. They're just talking about how much they hate another brother. That's sick. That is a sickness. That's internalized racism. They're the enemy of progress. You understand? You got a job. You can mobilize with other brothers and sisters. We got enough resources and power to start all sorts of things if we were only to join. You don't need reparations. What you need is unity. And this is the thing that black people are not talking about in those other groups. They're not talking about that. And it's sad. You know? Let me see. Okay. So it is what it is, man. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out sooner or later. You know, eventually everybody's going to have to make a choice. But if you're waiting for the white man to figure it out for you, it's never going to happen. You know, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. You're waiting for something and then you get mad at people like me for speaking my opinions. Why would you be mad at me for speaking my opinions? Why don't you go out there and build something? You acting like I'm trying to stop something. I cannot stop nothing. It has already been stopped. You've been destroyed by the Most High because of your sins. You refuse to repent of your sins. You refuse to listen to the prophets and the teachers of truth. You don't want to take heed to nothing, right? And that's a problem. You're waiting for the white man to solve all your problems. Get off your ASS and get to work. And get offline talking crap about other black men and make progress. Where's the progress? No progress. Just a bunch of talk. That's the problem. Everybody's emotionally invested because they feel they're a part of something, but there's no progress. That's a problem. You're calling yourself something, you want to be recognized, but you're not doing nothing. But you're mad at me for speaking the truth. I understand you hate me, but where is your progress report? Where's your progress report? You're mad at me because I said, oh, you don't got this. You don't. Stop telling me about what somebody else got. What do you got? You don't got a bank. It's a fact. All these people on social media, they don't have no bank. They don't have no bank. They're talking about stuff somebody else got that is not working for their movement. You don't got a bank that is working with your movement. You don't. Stop talking about what some other black person got that is not financing your agenda. That don't count. You see what I mean? It don't make no sense. You see? Shout out to Carla for the support. Appreciate you sponsoring the work. Appreciate you sponsoring the work. So I don't know, man. It's just difficult talking to our people, man. All they're gonna do is just hate you more and more, guys. Like it's like no matter how much I try to talk to these people, they just hate me more and more and more. And it's to the point where it's like, you know what? You can't save these people, man. You cannot save black people because they're gonna ostracize you, criticize you, and shun you, and act like you're not even black anymore. That's how bad the racism gets, bro. The internalized racism is filthy. It's disgusting. You know. So we're going to get up on out of here, man, and do what we got to do. I got some things I got to handle right now. And it is what it is. I'll be back later on with more content. So, hey, rate, comment, and subscribe. We're going to get up on out of here. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. And that's about it, fam. We out of here. Y'all take care. Make your choice. We'll see who shared the content. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.